Hey guys, my name is Ben, making another video for BehindTheCamera.com, and today we're going to do something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and that is a cheap camera challenge. Okay guys, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to do a cheap camera challenge with an old Nikon D50. This thing is ancient. It's from 2005, which pretty much makes it a dinosaur as far as cameras are concerned. The ISO only goes to 1600 ISO. The battery barely holds a charge because it is a 14-year-old battery. I even had to buy a special SD card because none of the SD cards in our studio would actually work. This is just a 2 GB card. I paid way more for this card than I would have ever imagined for a 2 GB card, but I wanted to try out the camera. It did come with a kit lens. This is an 18-55, which is the original lens for this camera, which is still pretty common range for today's DSLRs. The focusing is going to be slow. The back LCD screen is going to suck pretty bad. It's not going to be a very good representation of what I'm shooting. The inside LCD information inside the viewfinder doesn't even work. It's completely burned out. Although it does have a top LCD screen, so I'll be using that quite a bit to get my information to kind of see what I'm working with. But we're going to be shooting outside. It is raining, which is why I got the rain jacket on. But we're going to take this thing and put it through its paces. I'm probably going to be shooting in aperture priority, shoot some manual mode, and probably throw it into program mode just for a few shots to see how that reacts with this camera. I've used program mode on a few other cameras when doing street photography. I call it street photography, but I live in a small town and it's a Sunday. There's no people walking around, so don't beat me up over calling this street photography.
Okay guys, we're gonna go for a little walk and try to get as many shots as I can, and we'll just kind of see what we come up with.
Okay guys, so, my wife just bought me lunch. Let's get out of the way. So I just got back. I am soaking wet. The camera got soaking wet, but it kept on clicking, no problems whatsoever. So I'm definitely impressed by that. I don't think it's weather sealed, but it did. The lens is definitely not weather sealed, but it kept on working, so no problems there. So was I impressed by the camera? No, not really. It was pretty depressing actually to use. Actually, shooting wasn't so bad. It was when I looked at the files, I realized just how much better and how much further we've come with our cameras today. I normally shoot with a Nikon D750 for my weddings and my portraits and my commercial projects, and my landscape work I usually use a Pentax K1. So those two cameras have tons of resolution, very sharp images. This camera, not so much. Okay, so two things against this camera. I had a battle with the lower shutter speeds because it was overcast, and the higher ISOs, just the graininess of the higher ISO that I had to use while I was out there. I'm trying to battle between those two things. The images either were too soft or too grainy, and there wasn't a whole lot in between today. Now, if I could use a tripod, I could have shot near my base ISO, of course, and it wouldn't matter what the shutter speed was. But I didn't do that. I was just walking around, and honestly, I just used program mode today. I could have used manual, could have used aperture priority, but I just threw it in program mode. I just paid attention to the settings, and I would just adjust them as I went along. So it was fun. It was a nice little challenge. I didn't get any big wall hangers or anything fancy while I was out there. So overall, it was a lot of fun trying to get some images out of this camera. There's definitely some drawbacks from the way I was shooting, just because I was hand holding the camera and walking around on an overcast day on a trail with a kit lens. The camera was just very limited in those situations. So next time going out, I may use a tripod and just kind of shoot more near the base ISO, and it won't really matter what my shutter speed is. So if you guys have any ideas of older cameras you want me to try out, definitely put them in the comments section. I'll try to pick one up, and I'll use that on my next cheap camera challenge. If you guys like the video, definitely hit the like button. If you could, subscribe and hit that notification button. And thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.